Hey, good morning guys. Tush coming at you. Monday, February the 6th, and just coming up to, or just past 11:30 in the morning. Fortunately, I get to make my days up that I spent while I was traveling on the weekends, so I've got a few days in lieu. So that'll allow me to be out in the garage until Thursday anyway. I got to go back to work on Thursday. So we thought first thing we do today is we made a trip up to Home Depot and we ended up getting some new grinding stuff. My flap disc was getting a little worn out, so we're just about to change that. Don't know if you've ever tried these before. They're fantastic. They're very expensive. I think they're about 18 bucks Canadian, but the good part about them is they have the edge grinding capability, plus you can actually grind on the back of them too, so you can basically, you know, use all sides of this flap disc versus just the one side on the traditional flap disc, but there's a huge difference obviously in price. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to continue to work on this lower apron piece, and we're going to fix this area up and finish the welding here on the bottom. So we're going to just go ahead and finish that up, and then we'll figure out something else to do for the day. Don't want to bore you guys, but like I said, I'm just amazed at the amount of lead that's in this car. Everywhere I go, it seems there's tons and tons of lead. It's crazy. So anyway, I just thought I'd give you another quick shot of this. So I don't know what I'll have left after I finish melting all this lead out, but it looks like I'm gonna have to cut another large section of metal out of here and down. Anyway, we'll melt all the rest of this lead out of here, and we'll see what we have left. Just thought I'd give you another quick shot of that. Doesn't get any better. Alright, we'll come back. Well, it's amazing how a piece can not look so bad with all that lead on it, but once you remove the lead, this is what you're left with. Not so good. So I guess we'll be cutting out another big piece of metal, and we'll probably be doing the same all the way along the bottom. I'm a little bit scared about the other side now, so I think what we'll end up having to do is probably the same repairs that we've done up here. Once we get the paint stripped on that side, we'll probably end up having to go back and melting some lead out and fixing some holes. So anyway, we'll get to fixing this. We'll make a cutout to the top of this spare tire cover well, and we'll cut all the way down. We'll make that bottom flange piece, and then we'll make the same repairs we did with these two, and we'll wrap that piece down to the bottom flange. Alright, we'll come back. So I've had to go ahead and cut that piece back as far as I can go. I mean, I'm right to the edge of that depression for the spare tire cover. So yeah, the metal was just horribly thin and rusty. So we're going to have to go ahead and just create a whole new large patch section for this area, and I'm sure that will continue down here because I see more lead here, and I believe this piece is just going to continue looking like those scrap pieces. So eventually I think we're going to end up replacing this whole bottom flange. So I think what I want to do now is I just want to break out the sandblaster, and we want to just basically sandblast this edge on the back just to clean that up a little bit, and then we'll make another patch and we'll attempt to weld that in there. Oh, I love having 4 grinders. It's great being able to not have to switch between, you know, whether you want a flap disc or a fiber disc or a cutting wheel or a grinding wheel. So I highly recommend having more than 1 or 2 grinders. It's working out really good. Okay guys, we've got that area behind the flange sandblasted. So we're just going to go ahead now, and we've got a flange made up here. And we're just going to weld that in, top and bottom. and then we'll create a patch to fill this gap. Same as yesterday. Alright guys, quick update for you. Slow progress, but progress nonetheless. So as you can see, we've got that patch done now, and it's looking pretty good. Might be a little bit flat, but I can always put a little filler in there if I have to build it up a little bit on the front face. I think it's not bad though, so a whole heck of a lot better than what was in there. Anyway, we'll probably continue on. We stop there. Probably be easier if I flip the body over. I'm not sure if I want to do that yet, so we may look for something else to do before we flip that body back over on the other side. Hey, good afternoon guys, Tush coming at you. Saturday, February the 10th, and we're just outside. We just finished doing some shoveling. We had about 10 centimeters of snow overnight, and we got another 10 centimeters on the way for tomorrow, so I'm not looking forward to that. Anyway, we're going to try to do a little work on the project today, but it involves a bit of a road trip. I do have a spare tub in storage. Actually, it's like two pieces of a tub. It's basically front and back half, and that's about it. But if you recall, I was trying to fix this trunk floor pan, and I've got those pressings in there that I need to duplicate. So I've got a plan B, which is to fabricate them myself with the help of Jade Muttley's Peter's video. But our plan A was to actually scavenge some of the pieces from the 1960 tub that I have. Although the 60 tub is different, I may be able to still get enough of what I'm looking for out of that tub. So I've got Les coming to pick me up. We're going to head up there and drag the old body tub out of where it's located and drag it through the snow. We've got some tools packed up to be able to cut some pieces off of it, so hopefully that goes well. I will take some video if Les is on his good behavior. Talk to you later. Alright, we made it to the storage location, and there's what remains of the 1960 tub. And there's the pressings I'm after. Probably from the footboard, probably be the best place. So I'm going to cut this whole section out anyway and see what I can keep from it. Probably want to keep this transmission tunnel as well, and maybe a few other little bits like the gas tank mounting plates that are on the bottom of the car. So I'm going to try to rescue a few other pieces. I could probably use this B-post as well. So see if I can cut that out. Hey, look, it's a freaking Sasquatch sighting. Whoever thought I'd see a Sasquatch today? Almost, but not quite.
It's there, Tush.
Alright. Well, it's Monday morning, and I'm getting tired of shoveling. Shoveled 3 times yesterday. Got to do it again today. It's still snowing a little bit. Nothing compared to what they're getting on the east coast of Canada and into the States. It's still enough work for me to... I think we're going to actually maybe break out the snowblower today. I've been shoveling by hand, but I think there's enough snow on the ground now to warrant actually breaking the snowblower out. So we'll clean these cars off and we'll go to work. Hey, good evening guys, Tush coming at you. Monday, February the 13th, just coming up to 6:45, and we're back out here playing on the 59 TR3A tonight, and we have a few leftover bits from the 1960 body tub that we're going to try to scavenge tonight. There's a few little pieces I want to grab off this old back end. I want to try to save this floor section. I want to try to save these mounts. These are for the gas tank, so these on here are looking a little worse for wear, so I think we may want to replace those. And there's a few other bits like the B-post on here, which I'm going to need, and a few other things that might come in handy. So like that transmission tunnel, when it comes time to swapping this out, I might need the use of that. Looks like somebody's been in here before. I see a bunch of welding patch marks here, just some plates tacked in over here, some pretty ugly looking stuff. So anyway, don't need that bit. We're going to cut off what we need and go to town. We'll come back. Oh, a couple other bits I grabbed. I also grabbed this area here, which is where the tube comes through that attaches the rear of the car to the chassis. So that's sort of what that's supposed to look like. So we'll probably be able to scavenge that tube and fix this area up at some point. So I just grabbed both of those while I could, so we can probably put those into use as well once we clean up all that scrap metal off them. Alright guys, we'll come back. So here's the other important part I was talking about. This is the B-post, and you can see it's in pretty good shape. I did actually make a bit of a cut with the cutting wheel there earlier on, I guess. Anyway, still got the old sill attached, the old outer sill, and obviously that's attached to the inner sill. That's this piece right here on the 59, and obviously you can see that it's in pretty rough shape. I obviously have new sills, but I need to fix the bottom of the B-post to be able to attach it to the new sill whenever we get to that. And of course this piece here is all messed up as well, and I may be able to save a little bit of that sheet metal there to be able to fix that. So we're going to be careful around this area, picking that piece out. We'll do the best we can to keep what we possibly might need there. So anyway, I just thought I'd give you a quick shot of that as well. Sometimes it pays never to throw anything out. Alright, and just a quick shot of those couple panels that we've scavenged to be able to repair the trunk floor section. So there's what those look like. So I think we'll probably be able to use some of that. I did save this other one small piece, so it looks like this is a little deeper than the other one. So we'll probably work with these two pieces to be able to fix this area up in here. I know it's still a little hard to see in here, but that's what we're probably going to do, is we're going to use those ribs to fix this area in particular. Alright guys, that's the update. Okay, I've decided what I'm going to do with my 1959 Triumph TR3A project. So here's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get it ready for paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to just sort of stick that on there, and we'll weld that in. Get that fitting nicely. There we go. That looks good. Then we're going to grab this nice patch over here. We're going to reuse this metal. We're going to weld it back in here. Probably just stick it right back in there. Maybe a little weld and a little filler, and we should be good to go there. And then it should be ready for paint. And then I'm going to give Elin a call. Elin Yakov. I don't know if you watched him on YouTube, but he's really good at this type of project. So Elin, come pick it up, okay? Ready for paint. Just kidding.